Hello, friends. This is the story of a dream humanity had for thousands of years to reach the moon. And that dream came true on July 20, 1969, when humans set foot on the moon for the very first time. Background: the race to the moon. In the 1950s and 60s, there was a fierce space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Soviets shocked the world by launching the first satellite, Sputnik 1, into space. In response, the United States decided to take on an even bigger challenge: to send a man to the moon and bring him safely back to Earth. To achieve this goal, NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, started the Apollo program. And the most historic mission of that program was Apollo 11. The crew members. 3 brave astronauts were chosen for this daring mission. 1. Neil Armstrong, Mission Commander. 2. Edwin Buzz Aldrin, Lunar Module Pilot. 3. Michael Collins, Command Module Pilot. These 3 men risked their lives to make history. Journey to the Moon. On July 16, 1969, at exactly 9:32 a.m., Apollo 11 was launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Millions of people across the world watched this historic moment live. The spacecraft was carried by the Saturn V rocket, the most powerful rocket ever built, which sent the astronauts out of Earth's orbit and toward the moon. Landing on the moon. On July 19, the spacecraft entered the moon's orbit. Then, on July 20, 1969, the lunar module, Eagle, began its descent toward the moon's surface. The entire world held its breath. When the Eagle finally touched down, Neil Armstrong announced the famous words, "The Eagle has landed." Then, a few hours later, Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon. As he stepped down the ladder, he spoke the immortal line, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Soon after, Buzz Aldrin joined him. Together, they planted the American flag, took photographs, collected moon rocks, and set up scientific instruments. Return to Earth. The astronauts spent about 21 hours on the lunar surface before returning to the command module where Michael Collins was waiting in orbit. From there, all 3 began their journey back to Earth. On July 24, 1969, Apollo 11 safely splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. The world celebrated. Humanity had achieved the impossible. Legacy. The Apollo 11 mission proved that with courage, unity, and determination, nothing is beyond human reach. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins became heroes, their names forever written in the history of mankind.